Welcome to this short presentation about the MSc Management program at the University of Leicester. Before speaking about the program itself, I'll say a few words about the university. After more than a century of operating, we're very proud of our accolades, with 89% of our research being classed as world-leading or internationally excellent. However, we also recognize that league tables can only tell you so much, and so we do encourage you, if possible, to attend our open day and to experience the university for yourself. Now, the MSc Management program is currently being redeveloped, and part of that is to add 3 specialist routes to the program. So what I'm going to describe here is subject to that final approval. But the program is designed for graduates and for professionals setting out in their careers as managers. So that could be in business or it could be in a non-profit sector. It's a program which runs for 1 year, and the intakes for the coming academic year will be in September and January. We do recognize a range of academic qualifications, as well as a variety of English language qualifications. So to look at the structure of the program itself, I mentioned that there are specialist routes through the program. These are distinguished by a unique taught module, which I'll say more about in a moment. Other modules are common across the program, and depending which point in the year you begin, you'll study the taught modules in a different order. If you begin in September, you'll study the global business environment and risk analysis and organizational behavior in your first teaching period. The global business environment introduces you to accounting, finance, economics, and marketing. Risk analysis and organizational behavior, it looks at theories of leadership and organizational behavior, as well as the application of risk analytical techniques and strategic decision-making tools. Management inquiry and strategy in the age of AI involves the application of, again, a number of analytical methods and different research methods for understanding organizational problems. It also looks at disruptive business models and modern developments in e-commerce and other industries. Then in the third teaching period, you will have a choice of either a dissertation or a placement in business. The dissertation is a large research project that you will engage in with the support of a specialist supervisor based around a research topic that you're guided to identify. For the placement in business, you will take part in an 8-week internship, and following that, you will conduct a research project as well with a slightly smaller focus. So I mentioned then the specialist module, which for those on the management stream is Management in a Changing World. This module looks at supply chain issues and a number of contemporary developments to consider the issues facing managers in any organization today. For students who opt for the People Analytics route, the unique module on that route is called People Analytics with Management. This looks at strategies and statistical skills used to solve human resources problems and the application of statistical modeling to people management. For those on the business psychology route, in Psychology of Workplace Performance, you'll learn about team dynamics using psychological principles of group processes and look at power dynamics, conflict, and motivation in organizations. And finally, for responsible business in a global context will introduce you to the main concepts, theories, and issues in sustainability, and look at factors preoccupying managers in a global business context, including risk, ethics, sustainability, inequality, and productivity. Whichever route you take on the program, One of its selling points is its accreditation by two external bodies, the Association of MBAs, or AMBA, and the Chartered Management Institute. This means that they have reviewed the program and approved that it meets their quality and standards. Now, AMBA only accredits around 2% of business schools worldwide. By joining AMBA, you will have free access to an international, professionally diverse network of over 60,000 members. Now, this community spans over 150 countries, with people working in a variety of industries. With access to this network, you'll be able to connect, collaborate, and engage with peers and with working professionals. It's also a way for you to showcase your achievements with verified digital badges and certificates that can be displayed on platforms like LinkedIn. You'll also have access to their Career Development Centre, helping you to build a powerful CV, to find suitable jobs, to assess your career path, and to learn about the skills that employers are most looking for. On graduating the program, you'll also be awarded with a dual award for free, a Level 7 diploma in Strategic Management and Leadership Practice from CMI, as well as CMI's Foundation Chartered Manager status. As well as having access to the main campus, students on the MSc Management will also study at the Brookfield campus, a 7-acre site originally belonged to the university's founder, Thomas Fielding Johnson. After he bought it in the 1870s, it went through a number of different purposes, including being the home to the Bishop of Leicester and being a nursing school after the war. Following extensive modernisation, it's now home to the University of Leicester's School of Business. Let's consider a little bit about what it will be like to study here. You'll be taught by leading researchers and industry practitioners on programs that include employability elements that are directly relevant to the world of work. We also have a dedicated careers and employability team on site at Brookfield. As well as accreditation of programs, we are also ranked in the top 21 in the UK and the top 75 in the world for business administration. We have a number of support teams available to ensure that at any point in your experience as a student, you always have someone who can offer you guidance and advice. And I'll say a little bit more about the student community. So every student has a personal tutor, someone who can give them advice around general course direction, and all academics will offer dedicated office hours when you can drop in to ask any questions without an appointment. So as well as a variety of other services, we also have a residence life team who provide 24/7 support for any students who might have any issues during their studies. And there are, of course, a number of student societies which we encourage you to join, and ways to meet people, to make friends, and to make professional connections for later in life. There is a regular connections cafe to introduce international students, as well as a number of other members of staff who will be available to meet with you. We also have regular social events and days that are there to provide a bit of festivity and a bit of entertainment. So the city itself is somewhere that has a number of connections within the region. It's known as being diverse and very inclusive, with a vibrant atmosphere and a number of cultural events throughout the year. There is a lot of independent coffee shops, restaurants and bars, both near to the university and closer into the city centre. We also have several successful sports teams, notably Leicester City, and the Tigers Rugby Club is just down the road. If you're considering studying on the programme, feel free to get in touch with any questions, and I will look forward to seeing you in Leicester.